If you're neurospicy and feeling especially hopeless today like me, perhaps this list of very talented artists with schizophrenia may help. 1. Yayoi Kusama. She's one of the greatest artists in the world, and she's been voluntarily living in a mental health facility since the 1970s. Why all the polka dots, you ask? Great question. It's because she's been hallucinating them all over absolutely everything since she was 10. 2. Louis Wayne. He was the president and chairman of the National Cat Club. His art began all cute and cuddly, but then his wife died, and their cat died, and his sister died. So his schizophrenia developed and turned into this and this. He continued to paint cats even when institutionalized for the rest of his life. Edward Munch, the guy that painted The Scream, also led a tragic life. He was always super talented, but after his dad died, he painted a series of 22 paintings. They're called The Freeze of Life, and they blew people's minds. He was eventually institutionalized for hearing voices, and after he was released, he lived his life in isolation until he died. 4. The fairy painter Richard Dad, who actually killed his dad, went to the very prestigious Royal Academy of Arts, and he showed a lot of promise. One day he went to Egypt, and then he came back, and he immediately lured his dad into the woods and unalived him. And he fled to do the same thing to the Emperor of Austria, but he was caught, and he confessed, and then he was institutionalized for life. 5. Friedrich Schroeder. This Russian-German artist was said to be really violent, but he was also into the occult, and he hated authority, and he fed a lot of poor children. I like him. He started painting monster hybrids because the love of his life died. 6. This beautiful French sculptor named Camille Claudel. Except for her brother, none of her family ever approved of her talent and wanted her to get married instead. She also lived her life in the shadow of her lover and mentor, so she never got the recognition she deserved. 7. The apparently very swaggy Carlo Sinelli, a butcher's apprentice who started making art while he was institutionalized. You know what? None of these are helping me feel better. I think it just made it worse.